spectacle, a cavalcade of dancing lights trying to hype this crowd into a frenzy, and it's working because they know what a huge matchup is in store. Welcome everyone to the shores of the Tennessee River, Neyland Stadium, home of the Volunteers. As we'll see, the Groupers taking on the 19th ranked team in the land, the Tennessee Volunteers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. And he takes this from inside the 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. So Tennessee's offense will have the football first. It's Lewis. It's a seam wide open. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5. And the Vols can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They're looking for an advantage to the right. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Tennessee loves relying on the big physical backs like a Jamal Lewis, and this guy fits the mold.
Yeah, guys you just didn't want to tackle. I mean, guys that run angry all the time, and it's a mindset. When Tennessee has that mindset, the fans go crazy, and their teams are usually their best squads.
Yeah, they're just going to need more push up front. There was nowhere for that running back to go. The offensive line got moved right back into his lap, and as a result, they lose yards on that play.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
And the Volunteers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Might be changing the route. He'll throw on 3rd down. Pressure coming. Takes a hit as he fires.
The hardest thing to do in football is to play on the road. So you want to get those fans as quiet as possible. That is a great opening possession for this defense. Not giving up any big plays and forcing the 4th down.
Makes a catch. First down and maybe a lot more. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
The Groupers offense will try to get something going with their first possession. We'll be watching this matchup on the outside closely today, David, to see if this guy can get anything done one-on-one against one of the best corners in the game.
Well, and this corner really can shut down half the field, and that's a big problem. This offense, they really need to win this matchup. They need their wide receiver to beat that defensive back, and I don't know if that's possible. He's just so good and so consistent. Palmer, you tell me how you're going to win this matchup.
Well, you're not going to win it every play, that's for sure. You can't avoid that side of the field the entire game. I think it's just going to come down to this offense in the critical down and distances when there's a 3rd down and the coverage dictates that you've got to throw it against him. That's the play you need your...
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
Well, this guy's become a bit of a problem for opposing offenses. In their last game, he had 2 sacks, and he's dominating again, getting his first sack in this game now. He right now is wrecking people's game plans, and this offense better find out how to slow him down.
He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. They'll start this drive at their own 48. Leaves it with the running back. Turning it on. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. The freshman brought down after a really nice run there. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Right back to the well. He's loose. Found a little running room, and they get him stopped after a pickup of 6 to the 32. The Volunteers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to fire. He wants to go deep. Makes the catch. They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be 1st and goal from the 1.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the 2nd drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Volunteers.
Man, this offense has started the season off so good. 1-0 a week ago, right? Now building on it again. Great job putting points on the board. It's still the first half, but this unit looks dialed in.
And he tacks on the extra point. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So, guys, we'll see this offense again. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Intercepted! Oh, what a play! Takes it the other way. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
Nothing going right for this team early in the first quarter here. The defense is getting gashed, and now you've thrown a pick. The head coach has got to get his team together and get everybody to calm down and settle in.
And this defense, they've got to do a big job here. Like, offense puts you in a bad spot. You haven't had some great moments, but this possession, we got to get a stop, got to stop the bleeding, and get the ball back to our offense.
They'll go up top on 2nd and short. Trying to escape and get it himself. The freshman called his own number and kept his drive moving.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that. He drops back, he's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just scramble around, and I'll just go get plenty of yards and pick him up and put him down.
Looking for the end zone, and he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown ball!
This offense is looking ridiculous. 3 touchdowns now in the first quarter, doing whatever they want at will. I don't know if you're panicking, Palmer, but I mean, they got to put something together on the other side of the field, or else this one's going to get ugly fast.
One thing I know, David, is the defensive staff, after having the ball just run down their throat and thrown over their heads, they need to make some adjustments earlier than they probably anticipated, because right now they have no answers for this offense.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. UMass needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with that crowd there in Amherst behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback.
So, guys, we'll get another look at this offense. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Plows through the defense.
When you play the option and you play this responsibility football, sometimes your eyes can get lost. They didn't on that play. Nice job honing in, getting in there quickly, getting the quarterback to the ground.
Keep keeps it on the draw. He never had a chance on the draw. Tackled almost as soon as he got the ball. They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Got a man, it's Sheffield. He's stopped right at the 31-yard line. That's not enough for a first down, and it'll be 4th. And the groupers will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. No fair catches here, looking for room. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. He got a little antsy at the line of scrimmage, and they'll move him back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. The offense changing the play. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. We've come to the end of the period, and Tennessee leads it. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. Power football with the run. And the runner is down, and so is a flag. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Back to pass. Looking to take a shot. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
The Vols are in a mess here on 3rd and a mile. From the gun, wants to pass. Buys a little extra time. They wrap him up. He tried to get back to the line of scrimmage, but he's stopped in the backfield. And the Vols send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Hauls it in at the 40. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. They'll run the option. He'll toss it. Makes it past the marker. At the 20, he's got space. And he caught that pitch in stride and was off to the races. A big gain and a first down for this offense. They ripped off a huge chunk, and now a little chunk is needed to pay it off. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
At this part of the field in the red zone, offensively, you're bringing all these tight ends in the game. You'd like to be more physical at the point of attack. That's why you're bringing the big bodies in, but they couldn't get it done up front, and as a result, it's a negative play. It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
They'll send out the kicker here. A relatively short field goal try from 26 yards out. Absolutely center cut. Are forced to settle for 3. So they are lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So here is the Tennessee offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Using his legs, it's Butler. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. The Big Orange churning out those first downs on the ground, sort of like Arian Foster used to do.
Yeah, you couldn't write the script any better. Just pound the ball, establish the run.
Wide open, he makes the catch. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play. And you saw...
Oh, he's got some space. He goes out of bounds, and he is really close to the goal line there, knocking on the door. This defense might be reeling after those last two, and now facing first and goal. Pushes ahead. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tennessee.
And the running back gets his second rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You could tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
And the extra point is good. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Jeffrey. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And now the offense will come onto the field again. Unless you have somebody ready to do his best Tom Brady impression, down 28-3 is no fun, and they have to get something going right now. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. He'll pull it on the read. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4. The Groupers are way behind the sticks on this third and forever. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Nowhere for him to run again, and now fourth down is going to be a tough one. And the Groupers will punt this one away. He'll try to really get into this one. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on him. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. There he goes. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. The offense setting up shop at the 46, first and 10. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Quarterback making checks. Wants to fire on second down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions, from go to 1 to 2, and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target.
He's going for the big play. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down.
Well, you see them there taking the shot. I think the thought process is look, we've had so much success early in this game running the football. Let's see if we can now take advantage of the defense throwing the ball over their heads. They're going to be expecting run. Safeties and linebackers are all going to be playing downhill trying to stop that. If we get the one-on-one opportunities to the outside, we have got to take shots. That one fell incomplete, but they should keep trying this as the game goes on.
On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And it's incomplete way downfield, and the defense rises to the occasion. Here comes the offense onto the field again. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum.
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. The groupers will line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Catches it cleanly at the 20. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. Making side adjustments here. Wants to throw on first down. He wants to take the top off. And he bats it away. It falls incomplete.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Intercepted, and finally, this defense makes a play. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they've got it at the 49.
QBs have to understand, when I'm throwing against zones, I got to manipulate guys with my eyes. I might have to look one direction to create an opening to throw that ball or zip that ball in. I got to use touch. It's really hard when all eyes are on me.
Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. And the groupers want to move quickly. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. He's got it inside the 30. There he goes. Touchdown, groupers. Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
And they didn't start this first half the way you wanted to, but at least they're ending on a positive note. At least they're saying, guys, we put a drive together. We scored. We need some plays to go our way, but the offense has got some positive momentum, and that is a great thing going into the half.
From inside the 10, here he comes. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. One more snap coming before halftime. Might be calling a hot route. Looking downfield on first down. He's going up top. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, guys, a delightful start to things in Knoxville here today. And it's been a dynamite first half, leading to a one-sided score right now. It's not over, but I think both sides know this is on the verge of a blowout. That opposing defense is inside its locker room right now wondering two things. What just happened, and what do we do now to try to make this respectable?
He'll bring it back from inside his 5, and the returner will be knocked down. This drive will open from the 15. First play from scrimmage, and they'll keep it on the ground. Across the 25, he's got room. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. Just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
They'll give it to the back. This has been happening all night. They stubbornly keep giving him the ball, and the defense is all over it. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. They stop him after a short game, probably just wanted to mitigate the losses with fourth down coming. The groupers will call on their punt team. This will be the 5th kick of the night. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Looking for space, it's Lewis. Oh, a lot of space. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're going to ride this running back. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
And the Volunteers line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
Well, it looked like the offense had a rhythm here early in the drive, getting a first down, but I don't know about that play call. Going deep on 3rd down, low percentage throw, it falls incomplete. All that momentum that was established early in the drive, that's gone away now if you have to punt.
Fair catch is made, and they'll mark it at the 19. Offense making its way onto the field to start the drive. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
They'll run the option. They get him in the backfield, and he loses 3 on the play. And the groupers need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on 3rd down. Here comes the option. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. The punt team makes its way onto the field. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Takes it on the return. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. So here is the Tennessee offense. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse.
Wide open spaces. He goes out of bounds across the 25, mark it at the 24, and this defense, its head is spinning. They're down to the 25 on 1st and 10. They'll ride the hot hand. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Volunteers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Quarterback may change this route. Wants to go up top. Fires deep toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country.
A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Volunteer! And the beatdown has ensued.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from this offense. Look, last week you found a way to win a close game. That's what you're supposed to do. But this offense looks like they're taking it to the next level, hitting their stride a little bit, finding out who they're going to be. And they've looked explosive today.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Running back searching for a hole. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays to the passing game.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The groupers will punt it away on 4th down. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Opening play of the drive from the 39. They'll move the tight end. Now they'll try the right side.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And, you know, when we talk about great 3rd down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on 1st and 2nd down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that 2nd down by this defense.
Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the 1st down at the 34-yard line.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that will probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the 3rd quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out. And that's exactly what they're doing now.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Still looking, on the move. Unloads to the wideout. Hauls it in. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
A lot of smiles right now in this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the 2nd half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. Under fire. He's pulled down after a tough run, gets it to the 6. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. They'll throw on 3rd and short. Working that wide receiver screen. Touchdown ball! And they take it in for 6 more points. And this defense is just getting squeezed by the Big Orange, and he's cutting him up like Peyton Manning.
And no answers. I mean, he's really had his way. They haven't made him feel uncomfortable. If I'm a Vols fan, I'm jacked up that I got this guy at quarterback because he's showing he can put up some big numbers.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the 3rd. That's the end of the quarter, and Tennessee has the lead. And this beatdown is close to completion as we reach the end of 3. Let's take a look at how we got here. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Hand off from the shotgun. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. And the groupers need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on third down. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. And here comes the punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Catch inside the 30 and still running. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23. The Vols in the hurry-up. To the air on first down. Fires to the wideout. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play. Clock is under 4 minutes as they come to the line for second down. Oh, they're after him. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there, I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yard.
Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. And the offense back on the field, ready to dial up ball plays. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Give to the running back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. The groupers decide to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Fields to punt and tries to help improve that field position. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. So here is the Tennessee offense. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Off the play fake. With the catch, it's Thomas. Turns it on in midfield. And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices. That big play is just what they needed. Now they have it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Looking deep. It's It's incomplete, and that also might be what is called a learning experience, and one this freshman got away with. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And you got to wonder if this offense is trying to run the score up because they're blowing this team out. Here we are in the 4th quarter, and they're still taking shots. They're going to play until this clock reads all zeros.
Makes the grab. It's Lewis. He'll be brought down at the 41-yard line, not close to the line to gain, and it's 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Converts on 4th down. Still going. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a 1st down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now. We'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. Looking to throw again. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. That's reeled in. It's Matthews. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the 1st down. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. The give to the back. He made the first guy miss, but there were too many dudes coming to help, and they stopped him behind the line. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. Back to pass, it's Wicks. Throws to the wideout. And his first pass is incomplete.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. And the groupers will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. And the offense is really backed up as this ball is down at the 5.
Dude, how about that boom? I mean, you talk about power. That dude just booted that thing halfway across the field, completely flipping the field position and getting it down inside the 10. That is a nice job by that punter.
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. Right back to the well. Fights off the defender. And he'll work his way out across the 10 to about the 12.
And this is exactly where you want to be as an offensive coordinator. Like when you've got the lead late in the football game, just run the football, eat the clock. Man, they've put a good day together. They've had their way with this defense a lot.
Picked off, a turnover in their own end.
Reese, I know you're a little bit of a front runner, so you probably would quit. You'd probably sub yourself out and take yourself out of the game. But I like that they're continuing to fight. Keep fighting. You never know what's going to happen. Actually, you know what? I know you're not going to win, but it doesn't matter. Keep fighting to the very end.
From the gun, the running back has it. And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Back to pass. Lets it go to the end zone. And he really wanted to get the touchdown there, but it's incomplete. And they don't want to waste this great field position here on 3rd and long. Looking for a man, it's Wicks. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Balmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side, and they've been making plays on the back end. That interception should seal this thing.
And after this play, the cake will be baked. From the gun, running back gets the give. And they get him on the ground, and that's going to do it. Ball game is over. Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah,